digital documentation services with a strong background in information technology. Business Typing for Dollars combines innovation with a deep understanding of client needs in the digital workspace. And all around we'll get to understand now from our guest. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me
this morning.
I'm feeling well. Yes.
Pia mimi nafurahia kwa sababu tumeweza kutenga muda sasa. When you reached out, we really wanted to understand this. So what is Typing for Dollars?
Basically, my name is Simon Kabiru Theuri. I'm a graduate, business IT from JKUAT.
Indeed.
And I'm the co-founder of Typing for Dollars. And basically, Typing for Dollars, it's a mastery digital hub that helps individuals, youths, jobless youths, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads get into the digital space.
Amazing.
Whereby we are using technology and the available digital space to get into that and make money.
From the entrepreneurship, you say that you're passionate about education and knowledge sharing. I believe you watched the previous session. We were discussing about, the ability and building this talent in the best way possible. How do you think this one will invite the aspect of societal build-up?
Now, basically, in Typing for Dollars, it's not about it's not a Ponzi scheme whereby people make money out of innocent individuals. Basically, Typing for Dollars, you can basically start them if you have basically internet and you're good in maybe things to do into getting the digital space. You can start, but we as Typing for Dollars, we come in because there are people who are not, they don't have the basic skills that are needed to get into this digital space. I was basically inspired because I wanted to get, as an IT person, I wanted to work maybe for a good firm, not basically in Kenya, but also internationally. But I never knew where I'll start. So I started by myself. I started by researching and doing everything. And after I did a good research, I saw that most people make mistakes because they lack the basic knowledge that is needed for them to apply into the remote job, for them to apply into the international websites that basically hire even from Kenya and from worldwide.
Indeed. And the society must understand this as well. Because to get the trust at hand, there's this aspect on, you remember when the government was, there's this initiative, Typing for? Yeah, that word.
Yeah. Unabonyeza, the president was saying, unabonyeza
alafu inakupatia
dollar.
So how do you make sure that it doesn't clash with the way the embody that you have?
Now, basically, I will say, this is basically the same thing as what the president was saying. And in this sense, let's say, for instance, you're good in maybe digital marketing. If you're good in digital marketing or you're good in chat moderation, you can use those skills, apply for a chat moderations account, and work from Kenya worldwide. Because chat moderation accounts like cloud workers, they hire even from US, they hire from Philippines, from Kenya, from Uganda, worldwide. Yes.
And the aspects of understanding this and creating an alignment. So how do you as the founder come in handy to align these things, that we should trust this as a society, as a community that wants enrichment in a way. So we want to trust this.
Now, basically, first thing, we normally don't ask for money. We are a community whereby we mentor people, we guide them and train them. And that's why we will be calling maybe for instance, we have to call maybe for private initiatives and for government initiatives who are willing to support this. And one thing, we don't ask for money and we are legit and we help the society in this way. There are stay-at-home moms like Fartar Mohammed, who is, I think she's watching me right now because she's one of my students who is doing very well. We also have a student called Fildelma Mutua. She joined us, we are mentoring her, she started, and her account right now is getting reviews, and even she's making money using the account. Now basically we help stay-at-homes mom, people who are there at home, the youths who don't have jobs, and they can basically empower themselves by getting into this and starting into the digital space. Another thing, the digital space is kind of wide because we are not just basically basing on something called chat moderation. Let's say, for instance, you have your own services. like I'm good in maybe graphic design, I can go to an account like maybe Fiverr, create my account, and by creating my account, I'll be offering my services, which are basically, I'll be selling on graphic design, which I'll be sharing maybe graphic designs like logos and everything. Now, you know, some of us have not done graphic design in their schools, or maybe their mode of profession, maybe they were in campus, but they did education. But what do you do? There are a lot of AI tools that can be used today. For instance, you can go to Fiverr, register, and record yourself as you're a seller and you're doing maybe graphic design selling. You can sell to companies, you can sell to individuals. And then what do you do? If you don't have the knowledge in graphic design, why don't you come to Canva, which is an AI tool, create an account on Canva, pay for a premium service, but there is also free service. If you don't have the money to start with the premium service, you can start with the free mode. Create logos and sell them to companies, create banners and sell them to a lot of maybe in companies and individuals that want such graphic design materials. Yes.
All right. Now, on the aspect of what we shared now, as far as technology and positive societal influence, there are many programs that are initiated, and so many are coming in handy to, you know, they say this and they say that to really emphasize the aspect on societal empowerment. And, you know, space. So the only encouragement that you'll have on these people is, you know, sahi mambo ni digital and you have to initiate some programs. Najua mwezi elewa, but there's the aspect on, you know, just try a little bit. So when we're talking about, you know, the influence on technology right about now and the aspect on the alarming situation on digital empowerment, how do you make sure that the society, how do we make sure that the society is empowered in a perfect influence, that no matter what, this is a good route to take, and at the end of the tunnel we'll have a complete understanding of every program that is initiated right within the arms of the society?
Basically, we focus on community development, and by focusing on community development, what do we do? Number one, you know, nowadays it is very hard to find jobs. Basically, I was motivated because it was very hard for me to find a job, and then at the same time, there are jobs that you can get. Wanasemanga mchagua jembe si mkulima, but there are jobs that you can get, but you will see like the amount of education that I have in my head, yeah, I can do something better. So that was my basic motivation. I got motivated, and as an IT person, I'm normally into my machine every now and then. Now I got into my machine and I was like, you know, there are these digital platforms that you can make money. For instance, the first day that I knew that you can make money from the digital space was very weird. I was seated in my house and I was very broke, just from campus, very broke. And then I joined TikTok. Now, that time, I was into, before I started, I was also a writer, but I just joined TikTok and I was telling people about how writing helps by getting maybe direct clients or getting clients via various accounts that are there. And these accounts, you don't need money to get into the accounts. No, you basically get into the accounts freely, like Fiverr. You register into the account freely. Something like Cloud Workers, you apply, it is hiring worldwide, and you register freely. Now, I got motivated because I felt like the education that I had in campus, I need to make more use of it. And by making more use of it, I came and I saw that I can make money in the digital space. And after I started making money on the digital space, I started inviting various people, stay-at-home moms from my cousins, stay-at-home maybe dads and everything, youths who have just completed campus. You will find that a lot of youths, the moment they complete campus, 90% of them, they go back home. You will have the 10% who will remain, but suffering. Yes, suffering in a very, diabolical manner.
All right.
So you will actually, maybe this one, basically we have helped a lot of youths. A lot of youths like Kina Mutua, they have joined us and they are making money. Akina Emmanuel. No, Mutua. There is Fidelma Mutua.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Fidelma Mutua.
Right. And also in that context, I'm seeing a lot of youths right here, and I believe in the same taste of youth empowerment. You know, you can just get some mind into their heads and maybe see line of empowerment, you know. Then you've said that you have money. So after, I wanted to say that now in the limelight, of course, societal empowerment and we embracing this. Kuna historia ya you know, tunaogopa watu wa kutuhack. Then the society feels like maybe anything that deals with the digital technology, at least nini, you know, they don't want to get involved. So the enrichment of all these narrows down to, you know, ako ka trust, and society inakosa uaminifu sana. So how will we be able to chip in most of vitu zinahusiana na technology na hizi stories za influence? How will we influence the society na ifeel yenyewe mbele iko sawa with no doubts?
Basically kwenye society under hacking, it's something that is very contagious right now, and it is really happening. Basically, as an IT person or as an IT expert, I've done business and information technology, and under business and under IT, under basically IT, there is cyber security. And the moment you learn about cyber security, you'll be able to avoid certain mistakes.
Indeed.
A lot of people get themselves into the digital space without any particular knowledge.
Of course.
That's why we as Typing for Dollars, we basically help these people have the enough knowledge and have that particular skills so that they don't mess the moment they get into this digital space. For instance, you'll find people, there are those fishy links that are normally there in even platforms like Facebook. You'll find a fishy link, and if you press on that link, imagine your account will be hacked.
All right.
So what we normally tell people, and under the guidance, we normally tell them on their accounts not to work on and their accounts to work with.
Indeed.
Because we as Typing for Dollars, we fish out, and we normally see these are the best accounts, and these are the accounts that hire worldwide, and they don't need a lot of requirements, and they maybe need this and these requirements, which a lot of Kenyans have. Yeah, something like Cloud Workers, something like Fiverr, it hires very perfectly people from Kenya, Philippines, even from Uganda. Yeah.
All right, so it's 53 minutes or 54 minutes rather past 10 a.m. There are questions that are asked here by one of our youths. Michelle Mbula asks, what role does technology play in promoting education in remote or underserved and undeserved areas? And also asks, how has assistive technology, I don't know about that, enhance the lives of people with disability, and says that how has technology helped build stronger communities through social media and online platforms. Then after that we'll get I'll give you two questions about from Insight 247 TV asking a couple of questions, and I'll ask you in a few, but meanwhile tackle Michelle Mbula.
With Michelle, I'll basically answer her in this manner. You know, most people, they go back to, there are people who are in the village, there are people who are back there in the community.
Okay.
We are talking about people like maybe stay-at-home moms. We're talking about the dads who don't have jobs. We're talking about youths who have been empowered by education, but because of various circumstances like lack of jobs, they are now back in the village. We as Typing for Dollars, we basically empower them. And you know one thing, you may be a graduate, maybe you did maybe something like maybe you did artificial intelligence, or maybe you did something like IT, but you're not, maybe you did IT, and you know the mode of systems of education here in Kenya
may change.
Basically in campus, you don't gain a lot of knowledge. You need to gain a lot of knowledge from yourself. Now let's say you graduated, you did your exams, you read whatever you were given, and you passed. But now you don't have other skills like maybe something like digital marketing. Now we as Typing for Dollars, we do offer some skills-based courses, which are short courses like something like digital marketing. If you do digital marketing, under digital marketing there are quite a lot of things like social media marketing, SEO optimizations, and everything. Now if you do something like a digital marketing skill course, you can start by even making money here locally. How? You'll start making money locally here by, you can work maybe for individual companies that they need maybe social media managers and everything. So it doesn't maybe work internationally only. It also works in the local level, whereby if you get a certain knowledge or a skill-based knowledge like digital marketing, you can be able to social media manage for various companies. If you do graphic designs, you can be able to, there are a lot of sites. Like for instance, if you are talking about betting sites, if you are talking about clubs, they basically post daily.
Indeed.
The banners and everything, the posters. If you do digital, if you do graphic design, you can be able to create graphic design materials and make money
for them. All right, yes, well answered. I believe Michelle has received that in warm light. Insight.24_70V asks, do you think AI will replace manpower and self-employment among the youth? And if it does, what can be the alternative for the youth? Asks again, with over-reliance on digital technology, do you think society will ever be at peace as cases of cybercrime continue to rise?
Now, basically, AI is replacing human labor, but you need to step up. We as human labor, we need to step up. For instance, I was giving you a good example back then.
Okay.
And I was telling you just later that you can do this. You can go to Fiverr account, create your profile as a seller, and what you do, you can sell maybe as a, you can do the selling as a, maybe you're selling maybe graphic design materials, but put it in mind, you never did graphic design in Canva, so you're not good at that. You can't use Photoshop and everything, but remember there are those AI tools like the Canva.
Indeed.
Now, a site like Canva, you can use it freely, and also you can maybe pay some premium, have premium service.
Indeed. Okay. It's all right. Allow me to cut you short in the meantime. Then, of course, in embarking on artificial intelligence and also embracing the fact that technology is coming in so hard to many that are in social media and many that are in digital. Wengi wameogopa, of course, hacking, and with the events that are taking space in the society, watu wanaanza kuogopa sana. There are people that have lost their money. There are people that have have been abducted due to all these. Unajua inakuwa rahisi kutrace, and in relevance to all these, it narrows down to understanding what's the best way to take an approach, and people like you will give us that particular environment to really embrace. There is a particular environment to make a change and a difference to the heart of the society. In the near future, I'm looking for to have a conversation again with you, to have this alignment in the proper way. But allow me to read this you sent to me, and you said that through your initiative, you continue to empower individuals and businesses by streamlining their digital workflows and promoting efficiency through reliable typing services. Now, since now of course you're a graduate and the entrepreneurial thing comes in, we will really like to understand as we come to the bottom of the conversation. Now, what then? Yes, mimi nimetaka kufuata hii path. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have this space. Then what really happens in all this? Then beyond all the aspects on passion and desires, this is what I want to do. What then? What's the future looking like as far as these initiatives are concerned, as you also develop the understanding on cybercrime?
Basically, the people who normally join me and the people who we mentor, first we normally ask people, what is your niche? Where do you feel you're passionate about? Moses, today you can be here, you're good in maybe graphic design, but I'm good in web development. You're good in coding, but maybe I'm good in other things, like maybe writing and translations. Maybe you may good in underwriting and translation also. You may be good in things like career writing, but I may be good in things like creative writing. Now, basically, where we are headed to, we are headed into a place, we as Typing for Dollars, we're headed into a place whereby we are going to occupy the digital space. And by occupying the digital space, it means that we are going, depending with your with your services or the kind of your niche that you have. We are going to at least give you a platform that you can able to share your niche and make money out of it. For instance, if you're maybe in we as Typing for Dollars, we help people get into things like maybe Fiverr. Inside, the moment you get into Fiverr, you can develop yourself by let's say you're good in maybe video editing and graphics. There is that category. Okay. So you will set your services and gigs. Gigs are those services that you offer on Fiverr. Yeah, you will set them according to whatever services you're perfect with and whatever services or niche you are very comfortable with. Now, we are basically, the niche that we are taking is, we as Typing for Dollars, we are changing the society and we are helping the society, everybody, get into the digital space. No matter if you are a dad, no matter if you are an old person, as long as you're good in... We are talking about every age, as long as you are computer literate. Because you have to be computer literate because you know we are using computers. Nowadays everything is about digitalization.
There's someone out there that is watching na angetaka sana amefeel hiyo impact ya hiyo social conversation na angetaka ku come through. How will we do that? Then I'll also give you a chance to give some shout out for the same.
Okay. Where is my camera? Or
all right, this one, you use this one.
Okay, I can use that. So if you want to maybe get to know more about us, we are Typing for Dollars. We have our own website called Typing for Dollars. We're also on every social media page as Typing for Dollars. So kindly join today. We normally don't even ask for money. You need to come, join, and get mentored, get guidance, and get the training. We are also calling out for the government initiatives and also private initiatives. Those people who can help and establish digital or those mastery hubs in various communities. They'll really help us. Okay. We need such hubs because you can, you know, a lot of people maybe always text me, can you help me, can you help me? Okay. But at an individual level, I can't really help a lot of people. But if maybe we have private initiatives or government initiatives, we can set up a very good hub, and by having hubs in various stations, we can help a lot of youths, stay-at-home moms, and even dads or people who are jobless out there. Yes.
Now, of course, now give some shout out. We have a few seconds to wind up this conversation.
Yes.
Shout out to those people that you're working with, or any person that you feel like to usher in this morning.
Yeah, me as the managing director and also the co-founder and the CEO, I want to shout out my team. We have Musa, we have Emmanuel, and everybody. I also want to shout out my dad. My dad is the greatest motivation behind this, and I also want to shout out my family. Yes, Miriam, we have Nemo and Patience. Thank you so much, and Karumba. Thank you so much.
Yes. Good morning, and thank you so much, Simon Deuri, for making time for us.
Thank you,
allowing that conversation. We still have a problem with technology and digital empowerment, so we'll create an alignment to the same. Also, there are young youths that will want to get into those spaces. We'll get an understanding of the same. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 5 minutes past 11 a.m. We've just concluded a conversation, a short one for that matter, but we'll create an engagement later on to understand the deep ends of this technological influence in the heart of the society. Now, this week, of course, on starting Friday, we'll be celebrating Eid al-Adha. That is tentative. Of course, now we'll go on to Saturday, and we wish all the Muslims, of course, a better celebration towards that end. Now, we've made it happen. Now, remember, this conversation is live on Lookup TV Digital. Like, subscribe, share, and let's get the empowerment done. And when it's done, it means that we're making an impact to the society. Thank you so much for all the collaborators right here, including my cameraman Newton. Thank you so much for the understanding, and of course thank you so much Edgar, and as well as Tergat and my director King Dantimax. Nashukuru sana for your lovely impact earlier on. Thank you so much Stars High School. Thank you so much Simon Deuri once again, and it is a deal well done. Tupatane kesho tukifanya mambo ya Artistic Thursday. My name is Moses Okech. See you then.